Some, if not most of you, will already know this story, as I know many of you are subscribed to Crimebodge here on YouTube. But for those who do not know it, here it is. 34-year-old PC Mark Knights from Derbyshire Police has been convicted of assault and now allegedly faces losing his job. I say allegedly because, of course, it all depends on whether the police need a scapegoat or a sacrifice to show the good old boys in blue are taking care of corrupt and unworthy members of their Blue Line gang in an attempt to appease the public. Knights headbutted a member of the public and called him names before handcuffing him in an incident near Belper. Knights claimed that the victim, Ben Joins, wouldn't let a police van pass by because he said he was blocked in. But I guess that good old police discretion reared its head, and Knights decided to believe that Joins was lying and was instead simply being obstructive. Knights then began to take photos of Mr. Joins' vehicle before Mr. Joins then started photographing Knights. As Mr. Joins began to drive off, Knights swore at him, so Mr. Joins got out of his car to demand Knights' details, only to be headbutted, handcuffed and thrown into a police van. Knights, who has been in the police for 7 years, relied on the defence that he felt threatened and acted in self-defence. Now, forgive me, but if a copper has to nut someone before there's any sign of aggression, then my claim in yesterday's video about the police almost immediately becoming aggressive and in many cases grabbing their nearest weapon rather than use their de-escalation skills is spot on, and we are all in a whole heap of crap. District Judge Andrew Meachin, sitting at Southern Derbyshire Magistrates Court, told Knights that he had inexplicably inflamed the situation by using what could only be described as despicable abuse. This is not exactly uncommon for police to do that though, is it? Adding, in a moment of aberration, you struck a man and with the passage of time, you have convinced yourself you acted lawfully. Again, exactly what many police do. They commit the act and then they spend some time with their colleagues working out the lie, while you're either being sat on or handcuffed in the back of a police vehicle, so that when they get back to the station, they have their colleagues' witness statements all sorted out to justify their actions. Prosecutor Mark Fielding told the court he could and should have done something else, perhaps a punch to his, Mr. Joins, corpulent stomach, or a push would have sufficed. Now you see, I disagree. If he was to do something else, then it should have been a few seconds in his happy place. Assaulting a member of the public for any reason other than that member of the public showing clear signs of some kind of imminent assault is wrong and teaches the police to act first and cover up later. 48-year-old Mr. Joins said, as I got level with him, he called me a fat "see you next Tuesday," whilst smiling. I said, "Pardon," and he said it again. I got out of my car and said I wanted his name. Before I had the chance to say, "and your number," he headbutted me. I just remember recoiling in shock. Within seconds, Knights had Mr. Joins on the ground, screaming to put his hands behind his back so he could handcuff him. And no doubt screaming "stop resisting" for added theatrics too. Joins was then put in the police van, but was very soon released without any charges against him. A witness to the incident said after the handcuffed man was led away to the police car, he saw the officer remove both his epaulets, which carried the constable's number, and put them in his pocket. Clear evidence that this piece of shit knew he had done wrong, in my opinion. The court was told the use of a headbutt was not a tactical option, police were taught, but it was not illegal, and it was for the officer to justify the level and degree of force used. Knight's explanation of what happened that day was not believed by the court, as he was found guilty and convicted of assault. He is now on electronic tag, a 6-month curfew between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m, and has been ordered to pay £1,190 in costs and compensation. The spokesman for Derbyshire Police said that due to the ongoing misconduct proceedings, they were unable to comment on the outcome of the trial. A spokesman for the force said the initial incident was reported as a complaint about a police officer and not an alleged crime. The force put the criminal case to the CPS, however, there were further delays due to charging decisions, something outside of the control of the force. An initial decision to not charge PC Knight was appealed by the force as well as by the victim through the formal review process. During the point at which this review was being carried out, a private prosecution was brought on behalf of the victim, before the CPS decided to charge the case criminally themselves. Now, that private prosecution brought on behalf of the victim was by Crimebodge, Rob Warner, and although he doesn't seem to like me, I can't take away the fact that his actions have seen Mr. Joynes get some satisfaction. I've always respected Rob's work and his videos, and whatever someone thinks about me doesn't mean that I have to, react the same way to them. So congratulations, Crimebodge, for getting this to a conclusion, and congratulations, Ben, for seeing some satisfaction over your assault. Big thank you to channel supporters, one and all, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share and comment. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.